long as they can see the bird the whole time. Then I would do that then. I know, that's why the dog has to be able to see the bird the whole time.
So you want the dog to see the birds at least?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that,
Don't engage.
just say that.
They're not going to be able to see them all.
Oh, yeah, mainly just right.
Just mainly.
Yes, right.
Move on to duck call.
That probably didn't intend to be there, right? Thought somebody threw it.
What'd you do?
Everybody put a hard hat on.
Hold on, everybody listen.
Sorry about that, guys.
Once the bird disappears into the grass, you're
Hey,
free.
Tom.
All right. We'll answer any other questions. Y'all scoot back for me. You got plenty of room.
Oh, you want a real gap or not the
Oh, you're doing
Lines are
drawing.
mallards before the birds are flat.
No, I just got to stick this back on. Maybe some JB Weld or something.
Hey, everybody move back. Yes. Don't go forward. You can move lateral.
Thanks.
All right, here we go. Dogs in line. We want y'all coming through that gap. He came around.
Heel. Sit. 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 Heel. 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 Sit. Leave it. Heel. Sit. Leave it. Sit. Heel. Sit. Heel. Heel. Sit. Sit. Back. Back. Back.
Super good about that.
Heel. Heel. Sit. 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 Here. Sit. Back. No. Here. No. No. Back. 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 Sit. Back. Back. Good. No! Drop it! Leave it!
I got more questions.
Back!
I ain't gonna be able to do that.
Back!
Like you ought to get 20 points. I'll tell you what mine's gonna do if they get
Over! All I got to say is that we got to reposition that white bird. It's not on the rhythm.
Huck!
Right at the tree. He's about to pick it up. Oh, okay. I can see it. I can see it.
Very nice.
What if? Go,
If you do that, you're dropping 20
it all now.
Alright, any questions? Alright, go over the major penalties one more time. Seriously, hey!
I want you to teach your dogs.
What? Who had a question?
Oh, you guys want to go over the major penalties one more time? Make the call. Huh?
All right, what was that? Is it when they pick it up you get 50, or if they come back on here, or how far back?
If they come back with it, then you're deep.
Other than that, it's on back. We ain't got nobody. Can we make sure it's on the river?
Come back. That's how far back.
But also, here's the deal. If that dog picks it up and starts coming back, and you're tweeting, trying to, all this crap, we all know what the difference. That right there, if you can repeat that, more power to you. Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does. And let's go back over that. Does anybody not understand what is intimidation? No intimidation. All right?
It depends on how you see it. Any other corridors or keyholes we need to know about?
Tell us again about all the 50 points.
All right, we all see behind of the blind, right? Stay on land, that's a piece of water through that ditch.
How many people just went?
You stay on land, get back in the water, get out, get back in the water.
If you put this first piece of water, if you get to the left, and if you do not get dry, if you don't get on the point.
I said, for every piece of the line that you don't complete, it is 50.
Can we have the bird thrower walk to the edge of the water in the hole?
Yes. Hey, bird one, make sure your bird is on that wrist.
How do they know you're not going to? If you're on the backside of the point, you didn't see him.
Walk over to you. Walk over to
Anything left of
the water down there.
This is for him. I remember that. That's water right there.
That's what. That's why I'm saying you'll be able to tell if they're in the water.
That's way closer.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Line them up. We got around 18 today.
Let's drop it. I just had the truck when I got that. Yeah, I don't have that.
I'm sorry. There's a white coat in the field. You can wear white as a line.
I was on the phone.
Hey, sir, I'm looking for a dog that'll spit the duck out. Can you train that for me?
Hey, hey.
I'm looking for a trainer to do that.
But every one of your clients, can you teach my dog to do that?
Yeah, but I'm thinking, the phone's ringing now, buddy.
I can't, I promise. Mine's gonna say, up yours,
I seen
I'm
on the
bringing it
live
back.
stream the other day. I seen it. Why can't you do that? How much a $10,000 add-on?
Hey,
In the
when do
morning.
you need to get in?
Right now.
Oh, okay, we'll take care of it. Hey, Lyle!
And then, but now just don't.
We won't block it. Sorry about that. I apologize.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
I'd screw one up.
Oh,
Trying to do it.
Yeah. It takes several pokes.
That dog did it. 6 minutes.
It's gonna be going after.
Still there, just like that one. That one is up.
Hey, you gotta sit down out there. Back. You gotta sit down. Hey, you gotta go sit down. He's staying at the water.
Wing was loaded.
What about, Is there a blind planet you see it from when you're
Yeah, I can.
You can?
I can't see it.
Well, I can see it. That's a good point there. I see the one at the tree. Oh, is it not? Yeah. That way, you know.
There's gonna be plenty of time to get that.
You can't see the poison bird. Second.
You can from the line.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. That dog was 6 minutes. No. Yep.
How long?
6 minutes. Yeah, I'm saying it.
And he's 17 and he's
I don't know if it's time to show or what. That was of him running. That wasn't approaching it, so we'll see.
What's that? Rex had a dog that was climbing the
I'm
line.
assuming
Horn
yeah.
in the mouth.
I forgot about that.
You plant the blind with it?
Oh, that's all. I had a dog that was 50 on the other drop. That was Did it look? Yeah. I said it's not the title on my
Coke,
Sweet tea.
sweet tea, Diet Coke, sweet tea. Two.
Sweet tea.
Kevin,
They got Sprite, Diet Sprite.
I love
They do.
Diet Coke and Diet Sprite.
Water. Water, please.
I think there's water back behind us.
I think there's no ice in it. If you got one, fine. Not on
Little
top.
JD in the tea.
How did the Shelby go? Yes, he did. He did.
All right, man. Thank you. Get you get picking. Bye, bud. Oh. Come on, 6'5". 6'5". I don't know where Matt's at. Matt's got the radio. Here he comes. Here he comes. Right there.
He went to get drinks.
Right behind Joe.
Where'd y'all say come off, Lee?
Right in the. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
No more grand. I didn't know that.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, you were.
All right, guns up, guns up. Here we go. This is the real deal.
6'5". Yes, sir.
Oh, excuse me.
Please don't kick the dog.
Third one. Third two.
Here.
All right, here we go. Dog the line.
Yeah.
Bird 1. Bird 1. Bird 2.
Five. Pop.
Ranged at 82 yards. As soon as he gets this blind, I'm going to introduce myself and my co-host here. Stephen had an incredible initial line, and this isn't too shabby either.
It is not.
Feels like he's a little more left. Yeah, he is. And they don't want you in that pothole there on the left. They made it very clear. I'll tell you what, impressive. That left-hand cast is casting towards the tempting left shore is a scary cast, but you've got to get away from the poison bird. And he went verbal. He was really trying to punch him away from the poison bird and get him out in the water. Now, boy, you're just, as a handler, you're scanning, and you're going to want to look where you don't want to see him, which is left. Okay, he's on the point he needs to be on. Here's our money cast here. I tell you, and he got. I tell you what, he a little bold there. He didn't put a second whistle on him, but he doesn't seem too worried about it. Tell you what, the handlers are right here to my left, and they are. Nobody's talking. They're all watching like crazy. Ooh.
That was
a
good blind.
Two awfully good blinds. Two awfully good blinds. Be anxious to see some of these scores. That's
Yeah.
right. So they'll run how many dogs before they post?
We're going to run 5 dogs. And
5 dogs
let us
before they
know.
post. Hey, well, let me, now that we saw that and they're getting ready for the next dog, just wanted to welcome you back to the 3rd series of the Super Retriever Series Crown Championship, our 25th anniversary. It's presented by Eukanuba. And I'm your host, Pat Burns, and I'm here with Tommy Harp. Tommy,
Thanks, Pat.
looking forward to spending some time with you here.
And seeing some good dog work.
Indeed, when we have it. These first 2 jobs, they were pretty impressive. I mean, there were a couple when Clark gave that left verbal back. Well, if that dog had bad ideas in his heart, he could have just taken advantage of it and showed up way left. And I'm sure we're going to see some over there before it's said and done.
Yeah, but you know what's amazing? These 2 dogs right here are the last ones to get in, and neither one of them were affected by a poison bird. You can tell what that train thinks.
And if anything, Clark's dog kind of telegraphed that he was wanting to be really honest, because he kind of went out to sea on his initial line on the right-hand line, and that may give you a little bit of insight into where that dog's head is. Now, after I watched him, I think it was true because he was very conscientious. Clark was, when he got on that last point, Clark gave him just an angle back, and he had a chance for a second whistle if he wanted it, and it turned out he didn't need it. All right, well, we've got Carter Turner coming up with Fly.
No.
And these last three dogs, 92, 93, 94.
Yeah, Carter's in with 5 dogs, I believe.
Yes, he is. He's Carter does have 5 dogs.
He has done well in this game.
All right, there's Poison Bird 1. Ooh, weak.
Nope.
Be interesting. That Poison Bird was short, but they're going to pull it out of there. They're not going to.
Yeah, and actually what they're doing by throwing those like that is they're throwing them, but there's a poison bird that's planted that stays stationary in case they get a throw that you can't make them the same every time.
Yeah.
But the poison bird is the same for the
Same.
dog every time.
The Poison Bird's in the same location. Well, that's nice and fair. Handlers are wearing their white field trail style coats here. Carter's really working this dog. Sends nice and firmly. Must have got.
He was going to be an honest dog and take a lot of water.
Yeah, he broke to go right down in the big lake.
Okay, man, I'm gonna get you.
Need some help.
What's it?
Do you need any help at all? Okay, well, Carter had an early whistle, but it looks like he's kind of straightened himself out. It's a second whistle.
Got it.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Sometimes a double blind, I'll tell you, Tommy, as a handler I like sometimes because you can get a read on your dog, maybe put a little discipline on them before you could do the other one now.
So what do you think that dog's thinking when he comes back with that blind and he's snowed off 2 birds? He's thinking, all right, now
I get to pick
the
them
bird.
up.
That's
Yeah,
right.
well, they do a lot of times. Sometimes they're more interested in them after they've retrieved one because they oftentimes get to get them. Okay,
If
so
he's going to
Carter.
have to talk him into it.
Yeah. Well, I watched Carter do that with one of these dogs on that mark where he pointed them at the holding blinds on the right. There we go. We're live feed. On the right, on that short right-hand bird, and he did a big firm no. All right, now we got a view. And I'll tell you what, we have got, how about that view from the field, looking back at the line?
And this is more what you would expect.
Yes,
out
it
of
is.
this test.
It is. Carter's had to make some early adjustments. This dog, I think he dove left. And Carter goes with a big verbal back here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Can you see him? Ooh, barely.
Yeah, he's wanting to be
I'll tell you
way
what,
left.
Carter cannot see the dog now, but you can from the reverse view. Where's he going to show up here? Left. See, this is... Those first 2 dogs made it look easier than I know it is. I said, this has got to be a hard blind.
Well, you can see on camera that he's back in the water.
About to get out. Ooh, got out left. Well. Well, there's the prize mallard.
You think he's thinking that might be
He
a
says, I'll be
poison
darned,
bird?
look at there. Well, and this guy's he's not going to waste any time coming back. He's going to take a little less.
He's efficient.
Nice of him to save time for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Carter,
I am.
Carter had to talk to that dog from the beginning on that blinds, you know.
I'll tell you what, folks, I hope you appreciate this view you're looking at right here because it's invaluable. With the dog in the foreground, handler in the background, and you know, it's just, well, and you're getting more of the dog's view of the handler, which we don't get enough of.
Did you see what Carter was doing right there? He was figuring it all out for his next.
Oh yeah, he does. He's
was
planning.
studying
I mean,
that and-
so I mean that was going to be without a doubt the highest score we've seen so far because the first two were
incredible.
Were really, really nice.
You know, the first two, Stephen and Clark, they probably hope they have that good a run on their next dog.
Exactly. But you know, sometimes, I mean, I'll tell you what my experience was, and I've said this a number of times. I've run my best nationals when I had nothing to lose. I mean, you swing for the fence a little bit. I mean, Stephen let that dog ride. Good.
Here we got
good
Stephen
dog.
again. Stephen's coming up to the line with his next dog with Jack.
Now, I think we'll see how he manages it, but if this dog isn't quite the same water commitment dog as Onyx, Stephen might be a little more defensive, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he's just got him dialed in that well.
You know, Stephen's had mighty good luck in this sport and in the Grand. He
yeah.
got through the Grand with a lot of dogs this year.
Well, again, there's your view. Okay, 5-year-old black male Jack. Stephen's from southeast Georgia, Sylvania, Georgia. Down in the Savannah area.
And
Okay,
now you
well-
can see they're pulling those birds back.
Oh, yeah.
And they can't
Well,
start the test.
Well, look at
until
that dog
they
just.
get it back out of sight.
So what's? Does he know? I figured he was about to do something. So he put his hand down, pointed at the poison bird, and told him no. Well,
That's
there's
exactly right.
Okay, so he's still interested in it, though, isn't he?
Yes, sir, he is.
Goes with a verbal there. Look at it. Goes silent this time. Oh, good quick whistle.
Yeah, over there almost.
And there's a little tiny corner of water there, and they grab it a little bit. Now, let me tell you something here. You think that shouldn't be that hard to cast, but when you cast that way, that dog thinks you're casting them out into that ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't see it or don't wind it, you think, I've only got it. You just want to go to the tip of the point, but the dog thinks you're casting them out to sea.
You know, have you talked to him about the scoring of how this is being scored on every piece of land and every water?
Well, on this particular test, yeah, I've heard some of it, and actually I have some of the notes. I was just scrambling here trying to get a diagram up, so I'll review that a little bit. But there were some real specific, you know,
If
you better not be in places, some 50-point deductions, right?
Every one of them were 50 points.
My goodness, okay. Which are the two on the left? Is that what were the 50-pointers?
It's every point and every water is what I
Oh,
heard.
so if you missed any of the points,
Any of the
swim
points,
around them,
mhm.
or if you got in the deal on the left, yeah,
Correct.
I'm with you. Okay, got
He
it.
has to hit that water he just hit,
Yep, I copy that. Okay. Well,
and he can't get in the water right,
Right.
there on the left, but he can keep.
ooh, boy, he's looking at it too. Boy, oh boy.
You know what that's
Ruh-roh.
from? He smelled that. He wants
He
it, doesn't he?
keeps spit.
He got it. Doggone it.
All right.
That's a hard deal there. When you pick up
All
a
right.
poison bird, that's the DQ.
All righty. Well, I can. He's going to have company, I promise you.
Yes, sir. If you notice our breeze and right now it's just a breeze is
But it's right to left.
blowing
Oh, it
right
is.
to left, and it was taking that scent right to that dog.
You know what that breeze is called? A judge's wind.
It took the judgment out of that, didn't it?
Oh yeah. I walked up and I said, "You guys, you got connections. Every wind has worked for you." I said, "You got the perfect wind for this blind. Perfect wind."
You know what? While they're bringing the next dog up and retrieving it, what a beautiful piece of property
Yes.
that we're at today. You know that
Tell us about the landowner.
the landowner, if on the way in, if you noticed all those homes on the way in the fenced-in area, that is all family, and they have lived there for a long time. The mom lives there, the daughters, and brothers, and they're just the most gracious people. They've owned that land for a long time. There used to be a field trial that owned this piece of property named Blackman. It was a long, long time ago, and
Well, I'll tell you,
I never
Shreveport
met
has a
him.
rich history in field trials. I mean, back in the day.
Anyway, he lived here and moved. As a matter of fact, he's got some catfish ponds over here to the left in the woods that you can't see. So when it came up for sale, they bought it. You know, they own property on both sides of the road and a good bit of property, and
Okay.
they are so gracious to let us use this property. Making sure we get the bird in just the right spot again.
Okay, well, they're just making sure these blinds and poison birds are exactly where they need to be. They want to have this exactly the same for every dog.
You know, as a matter of fact, they've got a piece of ribbon out there where that permanent poison bird stays.
So they
So if
want it in
one
the same
picks it
spot.
up,
They want it
they
in the
can go
same
put it
spot.
right in the same spot again.
Well, we've got Clark Kennington, who's running a second dog in the hole with Daisy.
Hey, that Daisy is a really nice dog. That dog was actually started training with a hunt test guide, Barry Lyons, who has more grand titles than anyone else in the game.
Very good.
And his owner wanted to do some SRS, and Clark's done quite well with this dog.
Well, I hear she's 4 years old. She's youngest of I guess when you say of the clan, is it of the remaining dogs or Clark's clan? But well, we're gonna get to see Daisy show her stuff here.
Daisy, she's interested.
She's animated.
It's not hard to tell if she saw that bird, is it?
That's a little unnerving. She came back. Well, you can reheal them, can't you?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't have to,
As long as they're sent from the mat.
but you have the opportunity. Because sometimes if they're in field trials, they're going to wait. You can't talk to them till you get a number. Here
Right,
you can talk to
yes.
them right away. But she came back. Well, Daisy's
Look at there. Daisy's
she's-
an honest dog. She says, I see it.
Clark's going to give a right-handed cast.
Look at that. And that's why she
Now,
was
she
looking at
glanced
that
over
bird.
at the poison bird, but she didn't go for it. And okay, he's going to get on the second point just fine, and he's kind of nice because he's out a little bit, and it gives him a good chance to get that little sliver of water. Okay,
Wow, look at that.
nice solid blind on blind one. I'm going to start seeing some scores here before too long. This is our fifth dog.
You know, that jib really gives a good view on that blind.
Between the jib view and the reverse view, my goodness.
You know, the judges really need some of it with a screen like this almost. Don't
Oh, you're right. They can review the Jumbotron.
Ah,
And
Daisy.
they've got a cameraman near to the blind planter filming back, and that's fantastic.
For some reason, it's not
breaking up on me. All right, everybody's working. Oh, she made a break for the bird. I tell you what.
That wind is terrible.
Oh my goodness. Well,
2 in a row.
I knew it. I knew those first two. I said, this can't be that easy. Well, obviously it isn't.
Did you see the test dog, Pat?
I wasn't able to see the test dog because of that.
I hope they have it videoed. Now, certainly there was some pretty loud no's, but that dog was like sitting over the bird, and he said no. As a matter of fact, it picked it up. He said no, and she set it
Spit it
down
out.
right where she got it.
Well,
He didn't hear me, but I said I'll buy that dog.
well, I think I told this story last year. You've heard of a dog named Lottie, three-time national winner. She won St. Louis, and they had a tough poison bird. And now I finished that. That was my first finalist in the national, but Lottie was literally standing over the poison bird with her mouth open. And you could have heard Mike Lardy 5 states away, with that big, and she went for it, looked, and then went on to win the national.
Wow.
But she was
that close to being out.
probably a duck length away from not winning at that national.
All right, here we go. Who we got up
Okay,
there?
we've got
Beamer?
yes, and Barrett, and this. Well, no, his other dog is the youngest dog. So, all right.
All right, Barrett is watching.
Oh, wait a minute. We've got Lyle Steinman here.
How did that happen? Okay.
I'm not quite sure. So
I think he knew he was running after.
Well, we got 386s there. Oh, I see what it is. You see the Demmer had a 29 in the previous series. So of the 86s,
Okay, they were just out of order.
of the 86s, Lyle has the highest score in the previous series. It puts him as tiebreakers. That's what that's all about.
Now look at this. That dog's got a broke left a little bit.
He's going to win a right-handed cast right here. Try to catch that piece of water. Now, I don't know how much you can see of that. I don't think you can, but is that dramatic foreshadowing for the next right-handed cast into the big water? I would think so. All right, here we go. This is Wager. Lyle Steinman, 4-year-old male. Lyle's from Missouri. Another QA2 dog. Well, you're not going to see blind with this severe poison bird in most qualifyings anymore. So this is
All right, here you
a
go.
step up.
Got his dog on the left side, away from that first poison bird.
A little bit of a left-handed line. And it's a little scary because if you get up left, you're casting towards the poison bird. All right, they set up a left. He wants to manage them. Here we go. Oh, Lordy.
Let's see if he can get, looky there. Got him off the poison bird.
Ooh, did he? Okay. He's looking. Look at that. That was, I don't know what you guys appreciate. Lyle could not see the dog. He blew. He had to assume. If he only knew what I know, he's going to be pretty happy when he sees us in a second, I think. Or is he? Where's the dog show up?
He's pretty.
He's got to
far
get
left,
another
but
big
he can
cast,
get-
though. I'll
yeah.
tell you what. You got to dig in, Lyle, here, buddy. Another one. There you go. Does he go with? Ooh. Come on. Yep.
That should do it. That should get him where he needs to be.
Well, Lyle earned his paycheck on that one. That took some experience, and he had to dig in. I'll tell you what.
Let me tell you what I think about that blind, Pat. He's still playing.
Well, yeah, when they start picking up the poison birds, I think you're absolutely right.
Because that was as close as you'd want to be to doing it. You
So
know?
I don't know how much you guys could appreciate it, but when he cast off the poison bird
He was off the poison bird.
and he jumped in the back water, and Lyle blew a whistle. Couldn't see the dog, and
Oh, couldn't
only
see
could
him.
assume the dog had stopped, which he did. And Lyle goes with a big, booming verbal back, which the dog couldn't see but could hear. And the dog kind of swam around for a minute and said, "No, I better go." And bingo, he showed up. If he would have froze there, that dog would have popped back up on that deal and would have been on top of that poison bird. Lyle's going to like to look at that one. This is a view that is more than remarkable. I mean, it really is.
Look at Lyle talking and smiling.
But sure he is. Sure he is. Now don't screw it up now, Lyle. If you don't put it in the bucket,
Put a lead on that.
don't
dog.
miss the layup. Don't want to miss the tap in there, Lyle. We ought to see some scores before awful long here. So now I assume we're going to get.
Probably come back and get Michael. I can't see the holding blind, but
Lyle, that was some dog handling, buddy. Lyle just went by. He's got that grin on his face. Well, listen.
He's a year away. Fast, he's a year away.
Well, so are you. You did good. That was good stuff. Wow, that was.
so now we're getting Barrett.
Now we have Mike Demmer.
Michael
Okay.
with
And I
Barrett.
think probably they did that because Clark was so, they needed to give him some more room because he would have been essentially almost back to back. So we've got, now we've got my previous co-host, Mr. Demmer, with Barrett.
What a nice guy.
Yes.
He had a good score in the last series.
Yes, he did. He was happy with that. And he knows this pond well because he judged on it last year. He was our judge. Got a good throw from that poison bird there, and twitch it back.
Reckon that dog's focused?
Mm-hmm.
He's staring at that poison bird.
He put his hand down. Dog says, "I'll be happy to pick that up." Now this is not. This is not Teal. This is Barrett. So confusing because they jumped around with this running order a little bit. This is Mr. Demmer and Barrett. There you go.
Took his time lining
Field
him
Trail,
up.
Canadian Field Trail Champion. That's what that FTCH stands for.
He's well qualified for this event.
Yes, he is. If it was a U.S. Field Trail Champion, it would only have an FC. Okay, dog was peeking over the top of the berm there, and Mike's got nice. He's got the height that I wish I had there to see a little bit better, and he got a beautiful
Boy,
cast
no,
there.
Cast.
Beautiful cast. Okay. All right, Mike. Lay one down here. You get out there and you hit this, it's going to make a statement. So, we're going to drop 6 dogs out of this. They
Right,
dropped
we'll go to the next one.
12.
24, 12 of each. 12 of the AMs and 12 of the pros.
So, we've already lost 2.
Yes,
So
sir.
So,
There may not be much judging other than what the score will be.
but
Not just
Yeah.
who's going to be.
you have to survive and move on. That's the name of the game. And I'll tell you what, this has gone pretty quick. So I think I'm going to take a gander here. We're 4 o'clock. You've got 90 minutes, probably 120 minutes if you needed it. 5, 6.
Michael's a good, calm
They're
handler.
going to finish this. They're going to get this done, which is great. Unless something crazy happens.
when they're standing up, it's unnerving. Now maybe this dog just does that all the time. And it came back up looking for him. All right, it's going to get real here in a minute.
Oh, he's got to get way to the left.
Dog's got kind of standing up, and that tail's cracking. He's going to go. He's going to go verbal again.
What's that?
Ooh,
You can see the dog.
it's funny.
And the
He
bird
never looked
both.
at the bump at the bird though. Almost
Yep.
like he got it. He got the cast he needed. And Mike is just, is he going or he doesn't know? But he's going to know here in a minute. All right. Dig in, buddy. Ooh, now this is crunch time.
He's going to give him another over there.
It's going to take more than one.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic whistle. Come on, get him in there. All right. You wait one step longer there. One step. And you're in trouble. And he got it. Well, the last two handlers had to break a sweat, but they got the job done. He's going to come out and land on the bird. You can see it right there, and he's got to be pleased with that. Oh, don't. I think he is.
I thought he was looking at that bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you got to be careful. There's not a lot of land there. You jump over the back of that levee and miss that bird. And all right, here we got some scores here. All right, let's grab those. Steven, 23. Clark, wow, 17. Fly, 67. And then, okay, that was Lyle with the 40.
Yep.
There we go. All right.
And we lost two good dogs.
And we DQ'd two. So Mr. Demmer, number 24, just ran. And I'm assuming we're going to have Clark with 48 teal coming up next. These judges haven't let off the gas pedal, have they?
You know, there's no complaints about being able to move in any series so far. If you,
Yeah.
no matter where you were, hey, like the number one dog the first day had a 3.
Yes. And then had a
Then
100.
100, you know.
And
That's not the direction you want to move in, but
my favorite trials are start hard and stay hard. And that's what they've done so far. And he had to work.
is he talking to us?
Mike's getting a score. Six?
6-9.
All right. This is Clark's third time to the line in about 40 minutes. This is his last one.
This is his last.
No,
he's got
Tigger.
one more.
Boy,
Tigger.
Look at
You know,
Clark putting
that's
him
a
down.
young dog too, isn't it? Well, no, Tigger he hadn't had long.
Yeah, so we got teal coming up here.
Yep.
Dogs. You know, the dog was closer to the bird, but he hit that pace that he was like not looking for it.
Yep, got his water.
Okay. Now that little sliver of water, I don't think the judges or the handler can see from the line. That last little sliver.
If they can see anything, it would just be a splash.
But I want to say, as a handler, I'd like to get it just to maintain the discipline for my next blind. That would be my strategy.
All right, here we go. He's got his dog on the left side, away from
And
that
we'll see.
poison bird he can see.
Clark has got I mean, I think he's got a lot of confidence in this dog's
Oh,
discipline.
yes.
We'll find out just the way that dog. Now, this dog's got tons of momentum here now. There's good.
There you go.
He
He's
made the
not-
break for it. Now here's
That's the cast, and he got it. That dog got in the water.
Indeed
He's going
he
to be
did.
the left
So-
of the
so-
to the
so
right
when-
of the post, which is
when
good.
Yeah. And when he cast back towards the poison bird, you saw him add that big, powerful verbal back, which just drove that dog into the water. Okay, there you go. There's a great view right there. Now he's not gonna. That's good handling there, buddy. That's good handling. He didn't. There's no reason to save a whistle there.
You know, I like to watch Clark come into the line. He's calm with his dogs when he gets there. He's a good handler.
Dog maybe just a little inside, didn't want him to land a little bit early. See those trees there, they could pop up and square up a little bit. And after that beautiful, you don't need to, you want to put them, there you go.
Yeah,
That's how you finish a blind.
Handled him right to the blind.
You gotta like that one. Well, took a while for us to get up, but we're cooking now, aren't we?
You know, you have to be at one of these and really be a part of it to appreciate how long it takes to go from one location, an hour drive to
Yes.
get here,
Yes.
and then all the equipment
Right,
that these guys set up.
Boy, you folks at home, I mean, it's no little feat to get the footage that you're part of. There's the cameraman behind with the big boom, which is the jib mic. You've got a cameraman right in front, getting the quartering on, and then you got one at the end of the blind filming backwards. That's what you're seeing right there. And we're hustling here, but at some point I'm sure you'll get a chance to see that. I did a diagram here of overhead diagram that'll help you appreciate it as well. But you've had a great perspective here, and here's one thing you don't want to take for granted. See that poison bird laying on the ground?
Yes, sir.
I've seen them spit the one out they got and run over and grab that one, and that would. So you don't want to fall asleep when they jump out of the water in the return, because they shoplift it, and that'd be a bad way to go out after a good blind.
And if that's your client, you'd have a hard time explaining why you wasn't paying attention.
But
But
it's these guys are battling it out. You know, I can only think of my relationships with my fellow professionals and colleagues that you love to compete against them. It was just a thrill, and you can see their energy there. All right, so we've got
Carter Turner, I think. No, Bobby.
Right, we've got the
Bobby
next two
Wills.
dogs lining up here. Bobby Wills and Legend.
No, Legend was the last dog to run in the first series. He's dog number
Yes,
one.
yes. And you know what? Been posting respectable scores. Clark, good handling, buddy.
Chris? A lot of things I would expect.
Bobby and Legend. Bobby's been doing this a long time. What
Big old
that was a
throw
good
there,
throw.
wow. And it's
sir,
got a splash.
Yep.
Or poison. But that's why and that's a great reason to plant that, because that poison bird would have been a lot closer to the line than the other one. Ooh. So what happened there? He didn't send him. What do you call that?
That was a controlled break.
But is it a break because you
He broke because he didn't send him.
got it? But did he go before the bird got away? I mean, he was released.
We're fixing to
From
find
a
out what
judge's
the judges.
standpoint, is it a break?
We're just gonna see what the judges say. They're talking about it right now.
I don't know. Because you're released once the deal's away, so it would only be a break if he took off when the bird is in the air or hadn't been hidden yet. He just took off before Bobby was ready to send.
Before Bobby was ready to send. Yeah, obviously.
It's always something, isn't it? Well, there's all kinds of.
We're gonna find out here in a minute.
Whatever it is.
I promise you, it's a.
I don't know what they're going to call him.
It's a good penalty, whatever.
He's going to pay a price for it.
We're not sitting at the table and watching what's going on. Those guys, all three of those judges are good, fair judges, and believe me, they along with Matt are.
That's a break. He's out. I know all about that. I broke
Well, there's some buzz over our shoulder in the gallery, speculating on how that's going to be judged. And
yes, sir.
You know what? Our speculation doesn't mean much, and but they've shown good common sense, these judges, all along, so I'm sure. Doug's he's still interested in what's going on in that little patch of cover where that bird came from. Look at that view. It's a good view too. I mean, you get the true perspective.
Well, what a good line. A little more to your right.
Yeah.
A little more to your
Cast
right.
towards the bird. Ooh, see how? Did you see what happened there? The dog started to react to the silent cast, and when the voice came in, he spun around, kind of a delayed back, and it worked.
It worked perfectly.
Because he started in the direction of the bird. When he heard that verbal back, he kicked back. But now he's got to get off the point. And that's no easy task from up there high like that.
He's going to get in right here.
I think he is too. He waited longer. See how he's sweating him? Sometimes that's exactly the way I would do it. He slowed down, made a lot of eye contact. Just really controlled his tempo because you got to get that cast, and he did.
Bobby and Legend. Bobby is such a good competitor. Nice guy to everybody.
Well, that's what you love about the game. Well, he did everything he can do. We can only speculate. We're going to find out. We got a few scores we haven't seen yet, right? And maybe I missed them because I'm jumping up and down. But I've not seen Mr.
Michael told you his score.
Yeah, you want to wait for the officials.
Was it a 60?
Yeah. They don't want us to say anything
Well, I
until
think
it's
they
absolutely
told
official.
him.
Yeah, so we're just, my hearing isn't always the greatest, so I certainly don't want to report something that isn't
Well,
correct.
the judges are doing a lot of talking about this, so we'll see where we are.
See, this is the only time, if it was a field trial, you'd have some time to think about it. Because you wouldn't have to.
The dog hadn't made it back yet. He's still on his way.
But we've got the three judges. We got
Matt and Kevin Redmond, all sitting right there.
You've got a whole panel. Bobby did everything he could do.
He did everything he could do. Hey, this is pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting for a dog. He said he's seen a bird two marks thrown. He's seen them pull back. He thinks they're getting away, cripples.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So that adds excitement for the dog.
He sees them crawling across the ground and just keeping it together. Yes.
As a judge, I've judged some and you've judged some. I can tell you, You're not here. You're here to see good dog work and
Yes.
reward
Yes,
good dog
absolutely.
work, and you just hate it when something goes wrong.
Boy, they are talking up there, aren't they? Well, this is any different than we're going to have to go to the review booth, or
That's right.
all the referees come together and they have a powwow, and they've got a,
Yep.
and
You know what you got to respect is they all want to be fair. They all are good, fair guys. Again, we want to thank Miss Shawn Leach and her family for allowing us to be here.
well, that's right. We started on that.
We
didn't
started out
so
talking about
their name
you
is
know,
the Leach family.
Leach family, yes.
Well-
Want to thank them so much for allowing us to be here and
Oh.
share this property with us. They've put in a month and a half of weed eating around
Just for this?
just for us to be here. Hadn't allowed anyone to train on it. Mr. Troy Ebarb, who's out here with the event, is a club member, and he's the one that arranged it for us. And we want to thank Mr. Troy.
Well, that's how our dog sports have survived, with generous.
Generous
Landowners.
people. That's right.
It's hard to play a football game without a football field. And this is a football field. All right, what do we got here? Here we got those scores coming in. Okay, Mr. Demmer is a 69. What about Clark's other dog? Clark.
Did you?
Maybe
No.
that was
Oh, his other
Teal.
dog.
What about Teal? Teal got a 20. Very nice. Got
And we're
anybody else?
still waiting on Bobby.
We're still waiting on the. Okay, well, there's your. Okay.
You know, there's not many other places you could be in North Louisiana right now that are any better than just right here, Pat.
I know.
Getting to see
know.
good dogs from all over the country, good people.
Isn't that the truth? And I said this, you guys are going to go, he's going to say that again, but a good friend of mine, client, said in the department store life, this is the toy department.
That's right.
I feel like I'm in the toy department. And if you can't have fun in the toy department, you're in trouble.
They're still holding.
They're working on that ruling here. And I'm working on getting some totals up here just to kind of, so taking advantage of our time. 69 plus.
There you got Marty Davis sitting over there, the official scorekeeper who loves this game. He is a good
Indeed he
good
is.
person for all retriever games. He's a member of Pin Oak, and if there's anything going on at Pepper's Pond, he's there.
Okay, so here's what we got so far. Clark and Teal is our low combined score at this point with 106. Clark Kennington.
All right, we got a dog
110.
coming to the
Okay,
line.
There we go. All right.
Getting going again.
All right.
We got
Carter Turner back up here.
with Red.
Dog 36.
Red had a good score in the first series.
I'm staring at this dog's head to watch his reaction when he sees that. And you can talk to him here.
Okay, we're gonna come off the line and
Switch sides.
yep, try to forget about this deal. It's obvious that Carter knows what he's doing. He's got 5 dogs in.
Now this guy thinks, first it looked like he was going to go wide. Pulled in a little bit.
That's
Got that kind of methodical pace that you think he is all right. He knows he's running a blind. This tells me a lot here because, again, a dog in this situation oftentimes is going to think, I got to go all the way to those white pipes.
That's right.
Okay. Carter's
got his game face on. And he's got, how many whistles? How many whistles are you allowed? Does he get?
All you want.
You see how he, all right. There you go.
Whatever it takes to
62
for Bobby and Legend. He's still in. That's good. All right, we got Red getting ready to run his next blind here. He said, no, not there.
Look at that.
There you go.
Isn't that a great view? There goes the hand. He's got his focus.
Pulling him
You
over.
saw that dog looked a little bit too far one way, and he just drew him over. There goes. You can see how he just drops.
Yeah,
his
but
head.
he's going to where he didn't want him to go.
Yeah.
He's going to cast him. He really likes where that bird went, doesn't he?
It's funny that this dog did not really show that much animation on it, but he definitely is. He's wanting to, or is he trying to miss some water? Well, that'll be find out. Well, he's going to get that there. I'm watching the monitor. I'm standing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he sees that bird.
If he doesn't, he's going to see it in a minute. But now here's the quandary. You can't get in that piece to the left. You can't get the poison bird. Oof. He got in the water, and
Yep, and he's going to go, yeah.
but he's going to show up pretty far left. Carter saw him before he got out of the water.
And kept him.
He's going to try to. All right, this is what it's all about here. This cast back into the water at a distance, into a crosswind with a big lake looking. But remember, in this game, you can do it here.
You want to get in that water.
So the old timers would say, over takes you to the next series, back takes you to the hotel.
That's right.
And so you don't.
Over to the blind or back to the truck.
Right. If I have with a betting man, this is going to be an over, or some version of it. This guy.
You know, every whistle's 2 points, and every refusal is 5.
And I tell you what, you could tell the way he tiptoed down there.
He's fishing to be compliant.
He's finally convinced them with a few hears and a bunch of whistles.
That's what you called attrition, making that happen, wasn't it?
It is. It is. Well, so is that considered a cast refusal? Because you're not making progress to the blind, but you take the cast refusal because if you don't give it, you're not going to get the blind.
That's right.
So you just take the hit on that.
So your deal is that there's several places here where you got to get water and you got to hit land, and if you don't, it's 50 points.
50 points.
So you can blow a whole bunch of whistles and come out less than 50 points as long as you're getting your.
And you can take some cast refusals.
A few of them. That's right.
Well, this is starting to look more like I anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
You too?
Oh, absolutely.
Because those first 2 dogs, I went, you've got to be kidding me. These dogs are not going to all do this. Well, they haven't. Well, Steven is in the clubhouse. He's got Onyx with a 117 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, well, I'm just starting to crunch some numbers here. We have run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the 18 dogs already.
Isn't that amazing how fast this is going?
Yeah, we were speculating on, and I said, I bet you this is a 6-minute test. And it can't be much more than that. 4:23. Well, they're gonna finish this first round, but they're not going to start the amateurs, right? They're going to start them all in the morning, or do we know?
We don't know. You know, if they came up with enough daylight and thought they could do it, I think they'd do it today.
Well, I don't think they could finish them.
I don't think so. I don't think they'll start unless they can finish,
I
because
think
they
that's
want
right.
everyone in that
To have the same
category to
conditions.
have the same conditions.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Because tomorrow morning, I think the wind's going to be completely different. If not in the morning before they get through with the first series tomorrow.
Right. So chances are they finish the bind and get one more series in, and then Sunday morning they do their final.
Mm-hmm.
Is that more typical? All right, we got Tigger, Clark. Clark is he's working overtime here, and I tell you what, he had an excellent handling effort the last time, and it paid off for him with a 20 on his last dog. So
Look at Tigger watching that bird crawl off.
71 with Red and Turner.
Well, look at this. He knows right where that bird was. He was going for it. Good cast there by Clark.
But dog's kind of got that honey feel about him, doesn't he? Kind of noses down a little bit, but he kept going. Field trial champion. Oh yeah, this is our dog with a bunch of Canadian titles.
He wants to get that water. Look at him. And what they're looking for is the dog with the straightest line
Yes.
there. You know,
Yes.
you can hit all the points and not get the big points, and still come up with some points if you're offline. All right, Clark's got him on his left side there, away from that bird he wanted so bad,
Good looking dog, isn't he?
isn't he?
Dog. He knows he's not supposed to get that poison bird, so he kind of pushed off of it. Let's see if he knows he's not supposed to get the next one. Got a nice cast there. Got a little rhythm going.
Look at there. Good cast.
And once again, he cast to the left, and then he injected that verbal in, and he kind of rounded that. That's called a delayed back.
He's going right. He was going past that post. Now he's going.
What's he doing here? And Clark
He's
can't
going
see
to come
this.
out a lot further left. I think he smells that bird and he's going to try to come back to it. See? Did you see that?
Sure
He was
did.
right there
Sure
on that
did.
bird. That was scary.
Well, he couldn't see what we could
I'm
see.
glad I wasn't doing it because I'm a lot shorter than Clark is.
You and me both, buddy. See?
Good cast. He had a nose full
Well, he's
of
still
that
got
bird.
some work to do, though. He's still got some work to do. Because you got to get back in that water. See? That's a perfect view of this.
Oh, he's up there by the trees.
He says, I'm not going to waste any time swimming back.
There you go.
Clark's not happy with that.
No, he's going. We've practiced this before.
See, he's got two whistles.
Uh-huh.
But what you'll see some people have two whistles on one lanyard.
Yes.
Never like that, because sometimes the weight of that other whistle will pop out of your mouth. And so he's got a backup whistle, but the weight of that second whistle isn't going to affect that other whistle in your mouth. I never like to have, some people.
Yeah, it needs to be a separate.
Especially because you don't need any excuse to spit that whistle out or drop it
or not be able to find it.
Right. So
when you've got duck calls on.
Well, I tell you what, things are going to be different here at the end of this day, because you can be pretty sporty coming in, but one fumble,
One fumble.
game over. 7-7.
You're hearing a lot.
Well, so we got Lyle Steinman and Jordan coming up. So these guys are just, they got barely time to go back and take a sip of a bottle of water there, and they're coming right back up.
Yeah, Lyle's were pretty close. Lyle had 2 dogs in. Jordan was consistent, had 37s in both the first and second series.
Okay, we just got word. Okay, you're not seeing some of the stuff. This dog broke for big water.
He's sure in a good spot.
Yeah, yes. All right, I got our graphics up. 9-year-old Jordan coming up with Lyle Steinman.
Running his first blind.
So you guys may be wondering why they're letting them get hit by that little corner of water. You cannot see that water from the line. Judges can't see it. Handlers can't see it. That little corner. Yeah, you may be wondering why some of those folks aren't trying to get that last little corner of water, but you're seeing the jib camera height. You're not seeing the handler's height. So that last little pocket of water is, judges, handlers can't see that water. So you can tell when they pop out left, but I'm looking at the jib, and it's Llewellyn Cinder could see it, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but not not most of any of us. But does it set the tone for that last critical cast? Sometimes. Right, this dog's going with lots of momentum.
And here's the cast you don't want to give.
Back towards the poison bird.
Yeah.
He's not getting the poison bird, but goes with a big booming verbal back.
He got in the water, but he's going to have a little work to do. He got a lot of it then. Lyle has gotten out there where he wants to be.
Lyle stepped his game up there. He
Yes, he
would have
did.
liked this guy to be a little better, but he's got all the water he needs. Matter of fact, he's got to thin him up a little bit, because he's took that last cast.
I think that last cast will almost take him right to it.
Yeah. But Lyle's not going to take any chances. He's going to make sure he puts his head on the bird. getting some texts from some of the folks. Jerry Day made it home and he's watching our broadcast.
What a fine fella.
Oh, yes.
Isn't he someone you enjoy spending time around?
Indeed. I remember when he showed up on the scene in Field Trails with this 5-year-old hunt test dog, and we thought, really? He showed us.
Well, look, Lyle looks like he's relieved. He's still playing.
Well,
Have you ever seen Lyle in a hat where he could wear it, where he could wear it and that wasn't orange?
yeah.
Only when they make him wear a black one or a camo one.
Okay, this is why we see. I got confused because I heard the number 77, but that was the next dog. That
Right.
wasn't the score.
Right.
Okay.
Well, 77 was Lyle's dog.
Right.
That's correct. And we thought it was a score
I
earlier
thought it was.
on another dog.
I was confused because I thought, is that the score? But that was Clark's score was a 78, and now we're waiting.
We got Luke and
Luke Core and Mays.
yes.
That Willie Mays?
Maybe they'll show us the.
The name? I'm gonna tell you a fun story here real quick about Willie Mays.
Mays had pretty good focus there.
Backed him off the line, took him off his feet. It's really kind of my routine. He's doing that dog moved nicely with him. He's back far on him because he's trying to. He's a left-only dog, and he's trying to pull to the right. So when you get further back on him, you're going to want to. You're trying to influence him more to the right when the dog's on the left. All right. Say, hey, kid. Well,
It worked well, didn't it?
that is Willie Mays' deal. So I get to tell you my Willie Mays story here in a minute. Well, this guy. Now, I'm going to tell you, if it were me, I'd cast him right there. And knowing what I see here, only because I've got the advantage of that, because I'd want to have that discipline to help me get in that last. Every time they miss a little corner of water is at the beginning of the erosion of water ethics. It's going to hurt you a little later. Some dogs maybe yes, but the handlers they're not aware of it.
You know, they're not aware of that, and what they're trying to do is, you know, sometimes you can lose by 2 points, and every whistle's 2 points.
Right.
All right.
But I had somebody texted from here, and Adam Campbell says we were reading his mind. He just couldn't figure out why the handlers weren't getting that water, and I said, well, because they can't see it. All right, Jordan and Lyle, 30.
Very good score.
Very good score. We've had some a little bit rougher ones. Now, I think it's safe to say that that's going to move Lyle and Jordan on. Pretty sure here when I look at this. Boy, that's a nice sharp stop.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that dog just stopped in his tracks. Hopefully that's an indication of casting away from the poison bird, but he got a little too much.
Oh, look at that. Went right through that key.
In that verbal cast,
He smells
be
that,
careful,
and
buddy.
the handler
He
can't
doesn't
see
know.
him. That's right.
Ooh, he went on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but look at Luke trying to stand on his tippy toes. Look at, he's got himself so he's got a lot of room to walk a cast out. slows his tempo down, trying to reestablish some discipline. Gets the cast.
Nice.
Hardest, I say, blow fast and cast slow. It's hard to do. Hard to do, but you get through that little flurry, and you got to you got to take a deep breath. You want them to take a deep breath, and just, if you can control the tempo, a lot of times you can control the blind. That was well done. Okay,
Good job.
Here's my Willie Mays story.
All right, let's hear it.
So Rex Carr, you've heard of Rex Carr?
Well, have I? As a matter of fact, I had the pleasure of training on Rex Carr's training grounds on the way to Master National in California with Chuck McCall.
It's CL2 probably. It's called Car Lab 2. Well, I spent a bunch of time out there, but I went to Rex's. The National was out there, and they had a retirement party for Rex. 50 people, maybe 75, and 4 seats down from me sat Willie Mays.
Wow.
Willie Mays used to come out and shoot flyers for Rex. So
Wow.
Willie Mays and Herman Frank, who was the manager, managed the Cubs, but managed the San Francisco Giants. So they would come out, and that area in that Northern California was known for lots of wild pheasants. So some of the baseball players, and good duck hunting. So they developed a relationship, and I mean, I was just in awe.
I would have been too.
Got to shake his hand, talk to him a little bit, and Willie Mays said that, told Dave Orm this, he said Rex had the mind. He could have been a general manager for any professional sports team. He just had that way. But, and I'll tell you what, if Willie Mays looked to me like a NFL linebacker. I mean, still at that age, he was a monster of a man. Anyways, that's my Willie Mays story.
Well, you were among multiple legends.
All right. Good handling there, Luke. All right. We've got, who do we have up here now? Carter?
Yeah, I guess Carter. What they've done here, it should have been. It should have been
Carter's got 3 in a row. So
Leo, but that's
having
having to split them up. That's right. So we got Carter and Snow. That's not the right dog number on his sleeve. I don't think that's right.
Yeah, I think we actually have Snow, dog 16. He's got 16 on his sleeve. And
I don't think he has 16 on his sleeve, but I think that's what dog it is.
well,
Looking at it,
let's
it
find
looks
out.
like a 8.
I double checked that. They told us this was blue, but Snow would be his first dog in that I would think would be running, but we'll confirm that here in a minute. Dog's kind of got the hunt looks to him. Kicks him with a verbal back.
It's 16. Yeah, it's a 6. It just looked like an 8 from the angle. This is Snow. Made quick work of that. You know, on the pro side, Carter has got the 3 low dogs in a row.
Yeah, he does. Yes, he does. As of right now. As of right now. But there's a significant low enough score that. So we're yet to get a dog, we'll find out with Luke, to have a combined score under 100 at this point. So some of these low numbers with a good blind start to make a move towards, but this is 3 of 5 series. There's Luke with a, well, I'll be darned, a 30. So what did I say? Goes in with a 68. That puts him at 98.
Yeah,
So
he's under 100.
He's low dog, but we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. That's
Okay, now smell it.
Yeah,
Wow,
I figured
what a
you
cast.
were going to hear Carter, but I'll tell you what though.
It's going to put him in a bad place, but he can recover from there.
Let's see. He's got a long way to go to get that our pond. Doug's got his.
That was a good cast. That was a good
Now,
outcome. Will stay in the water.
at some point, I've got to have a conversation with some of these guys. Here's what I was taught. A verbal back only enhances momentum in the same direction they want to go. I would have been taught in those situations. At one point, I have not heard the word over one time, and I don't know why.
And they
But it's
needed
just a-
some.
Well, it feels like it, but that's just obviously not the way they train. But they've given overs with silence, but they've never given a verbal over. So I don't know why, but probably because they don't do it in training. It'd be the only reason why, correct?
Yeah.
And maybe it wouldn't mean anything to them.
You know, if you can, obviously they know their dogs respond to verbal because they're pretty heavy on those backs.
Well, you give a verbal,
Over.
really firm verbal over, it sounds a little bit like no.
There you go.
Nover!
Oh, okay. Now you're teaching us some field trial tricks here.
I don't know. You know what? Sit on the
Nover.
whistle and take a cast. I mean,
Over.
Get over!
That's
what you
pretty
would hear.
funny.
Okay, that confirmed. I think that was,
That was 16 snow, and that's what he had on his arm. It just
Okay,
looked like an 8
gotcha.
from that angle. Now we should come back.
she had a 44 going in here. Now we're going to jump back up to Leo Joseph, right?
Uh-huh. Leo and Tex. Tex had a 13 and a 38. He's
I just. This guy looks like he's all business.
that Tex is a nice dog.
He has that presence, doesn't he?
He hasn't been doing this that long, but he has done well.
That young man's arms are going to get tired, aren't they? He's reeling that.
Look at that thing. That dog's got to be thinking, okay.
He said, "What in the world is that thing crawling
I
over?"
tell you what
across
he's
me?"
thinking. He's thinking the same thing. Hey, I better go before it gets away.
That's right. All right, Leo takes him off his feet, re-heels, comes quite a ways back. Gonna try to walk up and reposition him.
We'll see if the dog has memory. Look at him. He's looking
He's
where
definitely
Leo
looking
wants
out
him
to
look.
sea.
Mm-hmm.
Dog looks like you're probably gonna see it.
Oh, there it is. I remember.
Gonna pull him, take him off his feet again. Pulls a little bit right as he sits down. It was always my, well, let's talk about it here. As I look at these guys, okay, he's a,
That's a good spot right there.
I
That's
like it.
I like that
I like
line
it a
as
lot.
well as any
I like
I've
it a lot.
seen. I
I do
stopped him
too.
on top of that mound.
I agree with you. I mean, if
Right there. Go on. There you go. A walking angle back.
see, I don't. You see him out in the water there. I mean, I'm
He's going to have to give another cast.
well, sure, but you're going to put him out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Oh,"
There it is.
and then
Leo's happy with that, and I think he made some good decisions on where he gave those whistles.
certainly 8-year-old black lab male, Lake Effect Retrievers, Texas.
QA2.
When I think of Lake Effect, I think of the Great Lakes. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, look at him. Take a look over at that poison bird. Oh. All right, Leo. But you can't. I'd like to maintain that kind of sober effort there, and hopefully he.
Let's see what you got here, Leo. You and Tex. See Carter hurrying back to the line, to the holding line.
You heard Leo back up and give a nice firm no bird. Nice big powerful send.
Mm-hmm. They all want to go to the left where they saw that bird get
Got by that.
pulled away.
I'm watching the screen, standing up. I feel like I'm at a football game near the goal line. All right, here comes a right-hand silent, I would guess. Okay,
Yes, sir, wasn't it?
If it were me, this would be a left-hand verbal back. Now, this might be verbal. Yep, because you don't...
Okay.
Keep going, my friend.
Let's see if he gets a nose full.
He's going. I don't...
Leo's watching. I don't know if Leo can see. Yep,
but he's never
going
faltered.
on. Look at there. You can see that poison bird in the background.
And he is, he's going to be more towards the tip of this pointy, I think. He's got to cast him onto the point, actually. Well, this dog is trying to, all right, get him as soon as his feet touch turf. Keep walking there, Leo. Get him again. Okay, he did. He blew like a double whistle there. He's kind of in the crouch position. I guarantee if this dog turns back, he's going to look at him sweating him.
Looky there. And he got it. All of it.
That's called sweating.
All of it.
Now that's, to me, that's pretty work there. Oh, now don't get in too hard here. Oh, look at that dog. This dog is, he started to like maybe think about being bad, but when Leo changed that tempo, when he stared him down, he made him wait.
Look at that. There's been some water work with this dog.
Don't you got to believe a little bit of that effort on that first blind to maintain that watery attitude paid off here?
Absolutely it did.
No, it's the dog. I mean, the fact that he was willing to do that in the first blind paid off, but it just,
Look at Leo. I see he's playing this deal. You're right there at it, buddy. He said, all I saw was white birds and these.
You don't hear a lot of applause, but that's a round of applause.
That's right.
That was as textbook as
That's
I think
a really
you could do.
nice dog. Really nice dog, and a great job of handling.
It was a great job of handling.
That's right.
Without a doubt. And look.
You know,
look at Leo. He's not gonna. Dog swimming back. Get that whistle in his mouth.
You know, that's how you lose it. Turn around and talk to the judges. Look at Leo. He's focused on the dog. He's keeping him honest on something on the way back.
Well, dog's taking a ton of water. He's swimming the whole way back.
Yeah.
And the only thing it's going to do is he's going to come out on that
right on top of that poison bird.
So you just see him.
Yes, sir.
And the only reason he's coming back that way is the same reason that he was willing to go out that way, because he's taking more water.
Okay, here's what we want to do. We want to keep that mallard in our mouth, because Leo can't see the dog.
So if for some reason the dog made a move for it,
he can't see the dog.
No, but he's watching for him. He knows he's coming out.
He's going to come out close. It'd be nice if
you
go on that goalpost a little more to your right. Look at that.
He's going to actually come out right where he went in.
Yes, sir.
Between those two clumps right there, I think the perfect line is
That's
literally
a perfect
between
line.
them.
Yes, sir. Look, and he came out just where he went in. What a dog.
That makes a dog trainer smile there, just that effort level.
Okay, if you're looking at our running order,
right,
in with another dog.
Right, he's got to break up the
Carter and
3 in a row.
Blue.
So now we'll see Blue probably. I never did hear Snow's score. Did you?
No, sir. $14 going to the line.
Dog 14. Yeah. Leo gave him a big old pet. He deserved every bit of that. Leo,
great job of
that was about as pretty as you could get, buddy. Both you and your dog.
That old point reel came in handy, didn't it?
Indeed it did. But yeah.
Look at that mark. Got him almost a splash.
These boys have been out here in rain.
Volunteers.
Is that the truth?
Those are volunteers from, I know the first 2 days they were from the Air Force Base. people that heard about the event and wanted to come participate
Are
and
you
be
kidding
and be
me?
a part of it, and they have volunteered their time.
I've talked to a few of the young men, and they were delightful. One of them was
Great
from
attitudes.
near Marion, Tennessee, and blue. It said Thievin. I thought it was Treven.
I did
One
too
of the
at
names
first.
you used to see was
Treven.
Treven
Yep,
Thunderhead,
that's
and
right.
you'd see a lot of Treven, apostrophe T, like short for retrieving. But Treven was in it. Jay and Val Walker from Oregon, a name from the past. Okay, there's another nice line.
It's a nice blind. Let's see if he
You're
sees
gonna
this
learn
next
a lot
point.
right here. What's this dog thinking? So okay.
He's okay.
He didn't choose big water, but he didn't.
He's got a good line. Let's see what he
does.
does right here.
Well,
He's
he
thinking,
looks like
I'm going to go,
Carter put a whistle on him. It's going to be a good blind. And this dog,
he took some water coming back
Yes.
in that little place
I mean,
there.
there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Nothing lost.
But I promise you, if they could see what we could see, everybody'd be casting right there, wouldn't they? These guys
I
would.
certainly would, yes. Hey, with another blind to run today,
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, yeah. It's really interesting because you can you feel like you can almost see it, but the jib is just about a couple foot above the handler's head. That's when you can tell there's where the corner of that deal is.
No, Bart. No.
Carter's very animated. Geez, it's 5 o'clock and we've only got a few dogs left. Leo Joseph posts a 35.
Okay. He's using some walking overs and got him.
Yes. See that dog come in a step or two on that whistle?
Yeah.
Usually that means that they're a little more serious. Problem with you go with that and they just catch a sliver of this water and boy, you got a big... Oh, he goes... Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, you don't appreciate it from that angle as much, but when he calls him in, he's running towards land more. This, he's got his work cut out for him to get him in the pool. He's got him at the tip of the point.
He's going to tweet him again.
He won't stop. Ruh-roh. This is going to shake things up at the top, ladies and gentlemen, because this is our number 2 dog.
Number 2
going into
dog,
this.
yep.
And he's getting everything he can do just to get him in that last piece of water. Carter has walked almost to the south side of Shreveport to get this cast. They've not given any lateral restrictions. So, I mean, he's doing what you should do. The further right you can go, the further left you can see.
That's exactly right. You know, he did what he had to do.
You know where the blind is at that point.
He did
You
what
know
he
where you
had
got to
do.
get to.
Yep. Well, and he did what he had to do to avoid the 50 points.
Yeah. He's going to take a hit, but I mean, he's got a little bit of cushion, quite a bit of cushion coming in here with the 38 to start.
I guess we're going to come back and see Scott next. I think I saw Scott here with his dad earlier.
Oh, great.
Nice people, good people.
I'll tell you what, my dad used to get
he'd get retriever news in his insurance agency office, and he didn't run dogs. He just was following me. And
Yeah.
when a lot of parents would have been emphasizing, you know, you gotta go to more school. You should go in the insurance business. My dad said, "Don't spend your life behind a desk, son.
There
Do
you
what
go.
you want to do." And
It was good to have that
I
support.
almost
wasn't
flew
it?
out that screen door did not hit me in the butt out the door. I'll tell you that right now. I headed to California to Rex's, and the rest is history for me.
Did you
Okay.
know a fellow from North Louisiana, Billy Cobb? Mr. Billy Cobb passed away a year ago or so. He was from Winsboro, Louisiana. And Mr. Billy went to Rex cars multiple times and trained.
Rex was not just a great trainer, he was just such a dynamic person that just motivated. And you know, you have to realize all the nationals they won, Rex never ran them.
No, he trained the trainers. Trained the handlers.
And these amateurs were beating the pros then. So, all right, here we go. Here's Mr. Greer with
Bogart.
Is it Humphrey?
Well, I hadn't seen the. There it is, right there.
Okay.
Tell you ride, High Sierra.
We have from Friendship, Tennessee. What do we got? Okay, he's still working him on initial line. So I'm missing.
He talked to him. Looky there.
Now this dog.
He wants to be honest too.
Really
Now.
wanted big water,
Yes, sir.
and it.
Hey, they were coming to the SRS. I bet they've been training on big water.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. You can build all the technical water you want, but when you're looking at a couple 100-yard swim behind you, there's nothing more difficult sometimes, even if you don't have to do it. All right, what are we going to get here?
Looky there.
And wanted big water there, but you could tell the way he kind of hunted on that spit a little bit that maybe he said, I got to. All right. What do they, is there a little log there that they lay it behind, I guess? See it?
Yeah. Just a little small one.
Something to just not make it so obvious, I guess. Okay, so
Well,
scores
they
are
groomed the property so good on these points.
So I never did get Snows, number 16. That's the one I'm missing, but we ought to see Blue. Ooh, Blue took a big hit there. 121, did we just see that?
Blue and Turner 121. You know, he had a lot of trouble on that last blind.
Oh boy. Yeah,
That's where most all of his points came from.
Well, that's not that anybody wishes them, but that's gonna move somebody into change that whole bubble line.
All right, let's watch this. He's gonna have to cast him. No, he's gonna go in a row. Oh, whoa! He smells that bird. Did he get it? Yes,
Oh,
he
my
did.
goodness.
Well, what a sad deal.
Oh, well.
That's our third dog.
Oh my goodness. Well, another one of our low number dogs. I tell you what, the Blue ended up pulling a 121, went to 159. Snow went to 107, and
Bogart is out.
DQ'd.
Yep.
We only have one dog left.
Carter Turner.
What are we going to do with the rest of the day? It's fun.
Well, I tell you this, we're around some good people.
Yeah. Well, these judges have presented plenty challenges, haven't they? And I think this has worked out well for them. They've had a real diversity in work.
Hey, and look at what they have to work with. Wonder what we're going to have in our next 2 series, you know?
I can only imagine. How do you think these amateurs are going to sleep tonight? Thinking about this one.
They may spend the rest of the afternoon working on poison birds, huh?
All right, here's our chocolate Labrador rig. What did we get, a no bird here? Oh yeah, maybe somebody wasn't quite ready. Well, while we're doing that, as of now, we only have 2 dogs under 100.
I'm glad you brought a pen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, we've got a good chance on this next dog on rig getting under 100 because he's sitting there with a 25 total for the first 2 series.
But to tell you what, from this test is easy to go from Cy Young to Sayonara.
That's right. That's our only chocolate.
Yes. That the only one in the trial?
So that's the only one that's
Still
this
in.
part of it so far.
Yeah, we had a Chessie.
Look at Riggs go. That's a good line. Look at this.
I was at the National in Ardmore where
Look at Riggs is thinking water.
Lardy won with Storm's Riptide Star. Maryland Fender's Chocolate won the National Open. Now there.
Now that is a
Yeah,
good
it's pretty
dog.
though. That dog did that on his own too.
That's right. That was a 1 whistle blind, I believe.
No, I wouldn't think. Oh, okay, I made a mistake here. 1, 2, 5. This is. I'm doing a tally here.
You know, Carter's got a good idea on what he's going to do on this whole deal here. This is his 5th time to come to the line. You know, so.
Yes, he does.
He said, no, we're not going to pick the birds up.
Not today.
That dog looked up at him to look at his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That was a beautiful line he had on that other line.
Lots of speed. Made a left-handed break here a little bit.
That's
Now, sometimes those dogs are pushing off the poison bird. And sometimes they're grabbing land. So you don't know, and you're going to treat them differently. Here we go. He's going to be.
Come on.
Where she's playing ball here. She's going to come up a little left.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
You can
left,
see her.
hard left. Ooh, Carter, now come on, buddy.
That's a pretty impressive cast.
Yes, it was. It puts you in position. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on. She's not, her momentum.
Big walking
she's
angle
in the pool.
back.
Her moon is in the lagoon. That's what you want to see. Get your moon in the lagoon. There we go. Well, I think
Going past the trees.
She's going to maintain her
right,
top dog
she's
status,
gonna come out
I
in the
would
right
think.
spot. Look at
'Cause
this.
She only has 25 points coming in. And she's going to have a pretty... Well, that was pretty good grand finale.
Pretty good grand finale.
And from what I see, that...
Here it is, 508.
508. All right, well, let me work on... I'm sure they're going to come up with a leaderboard. I'm working on it as well.
Our judges are
9.
did a
Everybody's
great
gonna go down 1.
job.
Yes, they have, without a doubt.
Another good test.
Yeah.
Ran 18 dogs. 28. 28 on rig.
That gives quite a statement.
Yes, sir. Comes up with a 53.
She is 33 points ahead of the next dog. Yep, there's our number 1. Number 2, number 3.
They should be flashing that on the screen pretty quick. We
sure
missed a score, didn't we?
I ended up picking it up.
Okay. Great blind, Carter. So that's going to be it for today.
Yep.
I'm running there picking up picking up our bird takes, and we want to really thank those guys.
Oh my goodness, it's been fun hanging out with you, my friend.
You too, Pat. I enjoyed it.
True pleasure. That was, well, you know, it's exciting, huh? I mean, really exciting. And I'm sure we're going to get some leaderboards here, but I'm up to. Okay, all right, but
so our first place dog is going to be Carter and Ridge. Just maintain position there.
This is going to be interesting. We got. Yep, that's what I have. As of right now, I've got Carter with Rig, who just finished. Combined total of 53 first.
Let me get your. Thank you.
Leo Joseph and Tex, second place, total of 180 with 86. Luke Core with May, third with 98. No, these are
tentative,
pretty unofficial scores, but I'm pretty sure we're accurate here. And we've got some other ones, and I'm not going to make any things here, but I think we're going to have a tie for the 12th and final spot for the next series.
Who do you have for your fourth place dog? Or did you
Leaderboard will be first thing in the morning, but if you did post the scores, and then if you've been keeping track, you can probably look at it. So, wow, they got to be pleased with that. They got this with time to spare.
That's a wrap.
Great blind. I tell you, now the amateurs want to come up and take a look at it. They're creeping their way up to the line.
We through.
So we're still rolling here, but I'm sure we're gonna sound off here. I guess we're gonna see you bright and early tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning. That's right.
We're gonna be right here, same station, different time, 8 a.m. We'll have 18 dogs from the amateur division to run tomorrow morning. And wow, this is our earliest finish, and we came over here. I kind of expected to be here late, but they did a fantastic job. And my friend,
I enjoyed it so much.
Pleasure hanging out with you.
You too.
And we got to talk about some mutual friends and watch some good dog work, and you filled me in on this great story of this property, and I can't wait till the morning. All right.
It's going to be really fun and interesting to see how they use this property in the next two series.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great to watch these amateurs run in the morning.
Yeah, we're gonna spend the rest of the last two series are going to be here on this property, and there's lots to do. And we've got a hunt savvy test that they haven't done yet. I'm sure it's coming up.
They normally save that for the fifth series,
okay,
the final series. You know.
We will see.
Lots of birds.
I came in here on Monday, and they were looking and pointing and talking about options. So I'm sure that's always subject to change. So, well, with that being said, everybody, that's going to be a wrap here for, well, what is this? Are we day 4 into this thing? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Yes, the 4th day of the 2024 SRS Crown Championship, 25th year, presented by Eukanuba. Good night, everybody. Sleep tight, and well, join us on Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to watch 18 great amateur handlers tackle this double blind. Okay, we'll see you bright and early. That's it for now. From Shreveport, Louisiana, I'm Pat Burns.
And Tommy Hart.
All right.
See you in the morning.
The Super Retriever Series Crown Championship is presented by Eukanuba. Sporting dogs give us everything we ask and then some. Their nutrition should do the same. By Shreveport Bossier Sports Commission, we are focused on you. Louisiana Tourism, feed your soul. And by Lucky Duck Kennels.
Your puppy only gets one start to set the foundation for a lifetime of performance at your side. Fuel growth and activity, support digestive health, and give him a training edge to one day flush, point, track, retrieve. So when the gear comes out, he'll be ready. Make every milestone count with game-changing puppy fuel. Eukanuba Premium Performance Puppy Pro.
The Shreveport Bossier Sports Commission is here to help you with your amateur, collegiate, professional, or Olympic sporting event. Centrally located in the Arklatex area, Shreveport Bossier is a premier sports destination, ideal for hosting sporting events of any size. With our wide variety of venues, including stadiums, convention centers, rivers, and universities, we are sure to have the perfect location for any event. Our team is ready to make your event a success. Visit us online at ShreveportBossierSports.com or on Facebook at Shreveport Bossier Sports Commission and let us host your next event.
Two birds of a feather. We flock together every day, and I'll do anything to protect that loyalty. Durable, dependable, and downright dirty. And I'm not just talking about my dog. This 5-star crash test rated kennel is lightweight, secure, and made right here in America. Loyalty goes both ways.
Dating back to 1874, the American Field Sportsman's Journal was delivered to the homes of sporting dog enthusiasts and hunters across America, paving the way for the all-around sportsman's publication. Now under the ownership of the United Kennel Club, the American Field Sportsman's Journal is reborn as an upgraded version of its original grandeur, celebrating the lifestyle for those who value a day in the field with canine hunting companions. The new journal will be a quarterly publication designed once again to showcase our way of life with all sporting dogs, including bird dogs, retrievers, hounds, beagles, and other types of hunting and working dogs. We will also embrace the outdoor lifestyle, bringing attention to wild game, cooking techniques, veterinary medicine, conservation matters, and game shooting topics, all right to the fingertips of our readers. From first-time handlers to lifelong dog owners, we value everyone's story, and we're working to cultivate a community of like-minded individuals who dedicate their lives to their hunting dogs. We invite you to join our movement as we honor our past, embrace our future, and provide a gateway for hunters and handlers of all levels to explore the unbreakable bond we share with our dogs.
Training the dogs is one thing, but training the people, that's really where it is, because now they can be better to their dogs. Their dogs can trust them more, and they're going to be more successful. And I've done a lot of coaching of people at nationals, and it's really what turns me on, is putting together the dog-handler combination and helping them understand each other. And well, success is bound to happen when you can do that.
In my Louisiana, the day starts at 4 a.m.
In my Louisiana, every meal is a celebration.
My Louisiana really makes me wonder.
Ours is fast!
With real-life swamp creatures!
In my Louisiana, music is a way of life.
My Louisiana is sheer magic.
From sun up to sundown.
Till sun up again. What will your Louisiana be?
When you find your Louisiana, you feed your soul.
They're partners, ready to do whatever it takes. Athletes that pound for pound can outrun, outwork, and outperform anybody you're watching on Sunday. No contract required. You don't waste that kind of potential. You train it, fuel it, unleash it. You feed nutrition that holds nothing back. The Eukanuba Premium Performance Lineup.
Buying an RV should be easy. I found the perfect RV for my family at BayouOutdoor.com. Bayou Outdoor made the whole process so easy with their great low prices.
Come see a line of Brinkley campers new to the industry. You'll find customer-driven product designs in the lineup of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers. Come check out the Brinkley collection today.
So stop wasting time with other RV dealers and get your family camping now. Bayou Outdoor Supercenter, Bossier City, Louisiana.
The Super Retriever Series Crown Championship would like to thank Shreveport Bossier Sports Commission for the opportunity to showcase our Retriever teams. We would also like to thank the sponsors of the Shreveport Bossier Sports Commission. The Super Retriever Series Crown Championship would like to thank all our gifting sponsors for their donations to our competitor teams.